From creating your first QR code to designing captivating experiences in the physical world, Tapple is the engagement platform that you'll grow to love. In the next 5 minutes, I'll guide you through the process of generating your first customizable QR code from any website or web address on the internet. First, open your web browser and type in tapple.io. In the upper right-hand corner, you'll see the QR generator menu item. Click on that. Now you'll see a web URL input field. This is where we'll paste the web address that we want the QR code to open when scanned. If you know the web address you want to use, such as a domain name, you can type it in here. Just remember to start with https:// and the domain name. However, if you're not sure what your full web URL is, one easy way to find out is to open a new web browser tab, type in the domain, in this case cottonsouthie.com, and navigate to the resource. I'll click on Puppy Yoga, then highlight the address, copy it. In Windows, this is Control-C. Return back to Tapple and Control-V to paste the address. Next, you can customize the QR code. This includes changing the eye shape. Here's circle eyes, square, and rounded. You can also change the colors. The eye color, I'll change to this blue. I'll leave the dot color as is. One important note with the QR code colors, you don't want to set them super bright or light. The reason for this, if they don't have enough contrast with the background, QR code scanners will have trouble reading them. The dot scale feature allows you to adjust the size of the dots, as you can see here. This will have no impact on the readability of the QR code. It's more of a styling thing. So set it to what you think looks best. Finally, you can upload an image in the center of the QR code. Next, you can hit save, and you'll see a couple of inputs for an experience name and broadcasts that are pre-populated and set to the same values. When getting started, this is perfectly fine to just leave them as is. So let's continue. Now that I've created the experience and QR code, I can see in the upper right-hand corner a heading that says Scan to Test with a QR code beneath. Whether you have an iPhone or an Android device, the steps to scan a QR code are the same. Simply open your camera app and point it at the QR code. I'll demonstrate that now on an Android device. So I'm opening the camera app and pointing it at the QR code on my laptop. And you can see it has automatically recognized the QR code designated with the red circle and QR code icon in the middle. Depending on your device, the representation of the camera to recognize the QR code, it may look a little different, but the action is the same. Simply tap on that design element, and you can see when I do, our Cotton Southie Puppy Yoga article has loaded. a success. Now I'll switch back to my laptop view. And I'm sure you're wondering, well, how do I make this QR code available for others to scan? And to do that, I'll click on the Broadcast tab. For now, while you're getting your feet wet, think of a broadcast as just the QR code for your experience. I'll click on the Share button. And this first option allows me to share my experience directly from my laptop screen. So anyone can open up their smartphone camera app, point it at this QR code, and scan. No paper required. The more common options are under Download and Print QR. Here you'll see the default pixel size is set to 800. This is done because the QR code when printing will fit really nicely on a standard sheet of paper. I'll demonstrate that now. And here you can see the QR code fits nicely on the 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Now when you download, it will save an image of the QR code to your computer. You may need to adjust the pixel size depending on your needs. For example, if you're working with a design studio or professional printers, they almost always require a high-resolution version of the QR code. In this case, ask them what their requirements are for pixel size of the QR code, adjust the pixel size value, then download the QR code. Once you've downloaded your QR image, you can use that in any software, including Canva, Adobe Photoshop, and any other software that works with images. And that wraps up our tutorial video on creating your first QR code. Please visit tapl.io to get started.